Morning, everyone. Scary here. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. It's rare I record anything this late in the morning, but I got up really early this morning, and again, always I'm an early riser, as I've said before, but I got a lot of stuff done in the house. It's cleaning day. So, and while I was cleaning, I was thinking about some stuff. My mind's constantly moving in different directions, and I'm thinking, I'll talk about that today. And I looked at my clock and said, wait a minute, it's getting kind of late to record, but I'm going to do it anyway. First off, has anyone ever lost their fucking car keys? I mean, keys, we're not going to talk about car keys today, but I got to bring it up really fast, some random. Most people today have a key fob. I have 2 fobs for my Cadillac. And I'm searching around for my eyeglasses that I have on my face right now. I was looking for my eyeglasses. And I said, wait a minute, they're in the car. So I'm looking around for my key fob. I'm like, where the fuck is my fob? When I get to the top of the steps in my condo, because my garage is underneath my condo, the first thing I do when I walk top of the steps, I got a little wooden basket. I put everything in there. My wallet in there, my keys in there, my cash in there. I just clump it all in this basket. So I know exactly where it is when I need it. And this morning I couldn't find my fob. So where the fuck did I put it? So I'm rifling through different areas. And I said, wait, I went walking last night. Well, I generally walk in the morning, but I walked last night again. And I had it in one of my walking shorts, and there it was. I'm like, dude, keep it in the basket, yo. What the hell, Gary? You know the drill. Only you live in this place. You should be able to keep track of your fucking key fob. God almighty. Well, I forgot to put an ice cube in my coffee. It's going to be whole. It's going to be very, very hot. I'm going to wait on that. Just set it over here. Okay, I'm going to get off that topic. I'm going to get on the topic I want to discuss today, being single. And the reason why I'm going to bring this up is because I was just thinking about it. I was randomly thinking about it, and I got to bring it up. I know I talked a little bit about this in my episode, The Agenda, but I'm not. It's kind of different. People ask me sometimes, and I hear this more times than I want to discuss. But I'm going to bring it up. People ask me all the time, Gary, don't you ever get lonely? Don't you ever long for human companionship? I hear this from my female friends. Don't you ever long for human companionship? Human touch? Don't you ever get lonely? Don't you wish you had someone in your life? My answer is always the same. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having someone in my life. I wouldn't mind finding someone nice. But they aren't out there. I got a guy who lives across the street from me, old timer. He's 83 years old. His name's Chuck. Great guy. He's got like a 1954 Corvette in his garage he bought brand new in 1954. He's in great shape for his age. I want to be like that someday. And I hang out with him sometimes, and we talk, shoot the shit. And I told him, Chuck, they aren't out there. There's no one out there anymore. There's no good ones left. Yeah, pretty good. And he goes, no, they're out there, Gary. Be patient, they're out there. So, okay. Now that I'm retired, I have totally resigned to hunting for women. I'm finding it. I was talking to a good buddy of mine who's still working. And I was telling him the other day, I said, I'm learning things about myself in retirement. I'm learning that I don't put up with shit anymore. I don't bend over backwards for people that don't bend over backwards for me. And I'm becoming more one as a person. And so therefore, and that goes for finding someone to be with, someone to hang out with, a female. My belief system is going to be what my mother used to say to me all the time. If someone is truly meant to be in your life, son, it won't pass you by. She always said that. If something is truly meant to be with you, it will find you. It's the law of the universe. Don't get me on that. Don't get me started on the laws of attraction. They've written books and videos on it. If you're curious at all, just go to that video that was put out years ago called The Secret. That's where it starts, but I've been following that rule of law for a while. So it's true. If something's meant to be with you, it's going to find you. So anymore, what I'm doing is I'm just doing me. I've tried the dating sites. Those are money makers. The people that came up with dating sites are these probably the richest people ever. This is back in my 30s and 40s. I said, yeah, I've tried a couple dating sites. They don't work. Those are a scam, man. They're scam. They're stacked against the men. The odds are stacked against the men. And I know this because I have a couple female friends that have shared their stories with me, and when they've been on dating sites, because they're my age now and they don't do it anymore either. When they've been on dating sites, they'll go to work one day, they come home and they have 1,500 likes in their inbox from horny dudes or from desperate dudes. Just tons. And my one friend, she said, Gary, I can't view all these things, so I just hit delete the whole box. She deletes everything. She doesn't even look at it. 1,500 likes in 8 hours? I mean, I was exaggerating, but she said at one time she came home one day and she has 600 likes in her inbox. And she goes, Gary, I don't have the time or the bandwidth to sort through 600 people. And so she deleted the whole inbox. Men, and I've talked about this, and I'm going to talk about myself, but I've shared this with other guys that are on dating sites. If I go to work and have 8 hours on my shift and I come home, I might have 1 or 3, 1 to 3 likes in my inbox. I open up those inboxes, excuse me. My allergies are kicking in gear. I might have 1 to 3 in my inbox. Now, granted, this is back in my 40s. I'm 65 now. Back in my 40s, I did this. Out of those 3, 1 would be definitely what I was looking for, as far as what she looks like. The other 2 were whales. I mean, huge, fat, disgusting, filthy animals that were just fishing. Fishing, hoping they'd find a guy. They don't care. Well, he looks cute. Boom. He looks cute. Boom. And they're behind the screen, and they're looking at their selections on the dating site. And they're eating garbage and drinking Diet Dew or full strength Mountain Dew and shoveling in some ice cream. And they're getting fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter. These are the type of people that are so huge, men and women both, that are so huge that they don't have the mirrors. All the mirrors in their house are from the chin up. They don't want to see that sloppy mess below. No, they don't. If it's out of sight, out of mind. They don't go anywhere near a place that has mirrors that are full-length mirrors. They would probably die. And it's the highlight of their day is getting in their car to go somewhere. The mirror is this big. The rear view mirror. They go, oh, see my eyes. I look so pretty. Don't I look so pretty? I'll take a picture with this. Click, click. Oh yeah, and I'll put that on my screen on my front page of the dating site. So I'm getting off topic again, as you can tell. Talking about fat people. Men and women both. Huge, sloppy, disgusting individuals. So people ask me, so let's go to present day. And I'm like, no, man. The dating sites are stacked. They are stacked against you. And then if you go to like somebody, and I've done that, I would go, okay, well, she looks kind of nice. Now my criteria was simple when I was in a dating site. I've looked for someone who was within 10 miles of where I lived. 10 miles within what part of Cincinnati I was from. And then I would say what I was looking for in a woman. What her body type, hair color, all that stuff, income. I wanted to date someone who was compatible with my income. I didn't want to have to take care of someone. And I didn't want someone taking care of me. So then you put your criteria in. You put your search in of what you wanted. And then you roll the dice and hope you find someone. Meantime, you're scrolling, looking through stuff. Excuse me. And then it's a waste of time, really. But see, the dating sites, they get their money. Whether you find someone or not, they don't give a shit. They don't care. So the dating sites, they don't work. I've never met anybody that has had success on a dating site. And I know a lot of people that have been on dating sites. I have a lot of friends over the years that have been dating sites, and none of them have ever found anyone worth dating. So it's a scam. It's a waste of time. And I'm not talking about the dating sites that were hit and quit ones. These hookup sites. I've never done those. I did the ones that cost some money. Well, I did some ones that were good dating sites that were. I had to spend some money to be on these and to matchmake you with somebody. You know, it's going to cost you a couple $100. Well, we guarantee we'll hook you up with somebody that'll be right on your compatibility level. Sure. The compatibility level. She's a librarian in a university, and she looks like my third grade teacher. Oh, but she's compatible with what you were looking for. See? We can't help that she's got a face that's all jacked up. We can't help that. She's got a great body. I mean, she has, her body looked great after what I was looking for, but her face was all jacked up. Really? I mean, I'm not being insensitive. I mean, if I sound like insensitive, so be it. I'm unsensitive. I mean, we're attracted to what we're attracted to. The heart wants what the heart wants. If you're on a date with somebody and they got from the neck down, they look great. They got an athletic body. You could tell they exercise, they work out, they eat right. From the neck down, they got a perfect frame. They look great. They look perfect for you. I mean, I'm not looking for a 10. I'm looking for someone who takes care of themselves, right? So, but then from the neck up, their face is all jacked up. That's my term. I use that. That's my term. It's a jacked up face. I can't describe it. I'm just not attracted to it. You know what I mean? What's that saying? One man's trash is another man's treasure. There's a lot to be said for that. Oh, there's a lot to be said for that. There's somebody for everybody out there. I mean, I tell you what made these people with jacked up faces look really good. And I'm going to jump off topic a little bit because I do that. COVID. That was high time for the people with jacked up faces because they had to wear those masks. See? And it was horrible for smoking hot women because they had to cover their faces. And now they were being judged just by their eyes. And now they were like the rest of us. Because everyone looks nice with the eyes. I used to love seeing Facebook pictures of people with these masks on and smiling. And you can see him going, really? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God, I'm so glad those days are over. Oh, fuck. Masks, my aching fucking ass. Really? They don't work. Shit. I'm not going to go on topic with that one. But that was high time for people with jacked up faces. People that didn't have teeth. People that had from like the nose down, they had acne all over the place. And I mean, just really jacked up faces. Jacked up, excuse me. That was the best time in the world. I wasn't on dating sites then. Like I said, I stopped doing dating sites 23, 24 years ago. But I can imagine dating sites, man, around COVID. Everyone's got pictures with fucking masks. And the women and the ugly men and the ugly women are going, yeah, buddy, I'm going to find me a perfect match on here. I get to hide it all. Now they got to look at my body pictures. And they got to look at my profile and what I do and what I like. And they got to judge me. They got to pick me out of a group of people for what I have and what I look like from the neck down. Woohoo! I'm living now. Oh, I bet those were high times. High times for people that had jacked up faces. I remember the very first time. The company I worked for waited about let's say 3 or 4 months before they required us to wear a mask. But the shoppers, they were in there with, in the beginning of COVID, I call it the COVID. Ooh, in the beginning of COVID, people were wearing dust masks that they bought at Home Depot. They, the masks that weren't just surgical masks from the hospital. Anything, rags, they could put a cloth over their face, anything to stay away from the COVID. Basically, it was just a flu. We all know it. But I'm not going to go there. We're talking about jacked up faces. So they're in the store with coffee filters. I saw a guy with a coffee. This is no lie. He and his wife had a coffee filter. They had Mr. Coffee filter cones. Then they rigged them with little pieces of tape, and they hooked them to an elastic band that go around their face, around their head, and they were coffee filters on their face. Luke, I'm your father. Really? You couldn't understand what people were saying. Jesus Christ. I mean, really? And then, of course, our company made us wear the masks after a while. I'm like, I never wore it over my nose. Fuck and that. I'm sorry, but I gotta breathe. I kept it below my nose. I just covered my mouth. I said, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm not doing that shit. Now, if my store manager or a corporate manager was walking by and I had to jack it up over my nose, yeah, I'm being a good boy. Yeah. The minute they left, down below my nose. I gotta breathe. Especially for 8 hours, and so sometimes shoppers would come in the store and they'd be so critical. They'd be like, well, you should have that mask up over your nose. Like, try to wear a mask over your whole fucking nose for 8 hours, bitch. No, ain't happening. But we'll go back to singles. I'm getting off my soapbox. I'm going to get off the COVID mask soapbox. I was talking about dating sites. It was high times for ugly people with COVID. Man, and I bet there's people still wearing those masks, by the way. While I'm on topic, there's still people wearing masks. I see them every now and then in a store or somewhere out in public. Or driving down the road wearing a mask. COVID's been over for 2 years. Has it been 2 years? 2 years. Maybe longer. I don't know. I'm just glad it's over. Still wearing their fucking masks. I've seen some people out there still, not with just one mask, but 2 masks on. God forbid. The plague. It's all around us. Ooh, it's all around us. It's all around us. They probably are the people that stay in their house secluded and have food delivery to their house to this day. These were people that were waiting for a reason to wear a mask so I can go on a dating site. Yeah. Those are high times, man. High times. Excuse me. Which brings me back to my subject of being single. It's literally impossible. You're dealing with technology has ruined dating. Cell phones have ruined dating. They just have. And I talked a lot about that in my agenda episode. I really don't want to beat the dead horse because I'm not gonna. But it's true. Dating sites, dating per se in 2025, 24, 23, since the beginning of cell phones has ruined dating. It just has. Because it's eliminated communication. Women can't communicate. I'm meeting more women today that cannot communicate. I'll talk to them in person. If I'm dating someone, and I dated someone like this about a year and a half ago. I would tell her how I feel and talk to her in person, and she'd be the whole time listening. And then after we got done talking, she'd go to work and I'd go to work. And then by the time I got to work, I'd have a 4-paragraph explanation to my question by way of text. That's how they communicate. No inflection. I can't see what's behind that screen. I don't know how she wants to express. I just see words. That's how they communicate. These kids today, they don't know. They don't fucking know how to communicate. None of them. Right up to womanhood. Women my age. They're hooked on these damn texts. I mean, I went on one date 3 months before I retired with some gal I met outside the store. And she was 61 to my 65. And she said, she actually asked me out. She goes, I've noticed you've been I met her in my neighborhood. She goes, I noticed, I see you walking a lot, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, would you like to get together sometime, go out for a cup of coffee? I said, yeah, sure, why not? She seemed like a nice, hot-looking babe, hot-looking mama, I said, sure, I'll go out with you. And we met for a cocktail, and of course, I was drinking iced tea. And we had a really nice date. And then I think it was after I didn't pick her up. We met there. And 2-3 hours after the date, she starts texting me. One text after the next. One text after the next. Instead of calling me and let's talk some more. I mean, God damn, I miss the 80s. I really do. Because that's back when you talked on the phone for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on the phone. You could hear the inflections of each other. How you expressed your feelings for each other. And then technology has ruined all that. So, back to this verse in the very beginning of this little program, when someone says, Gary, don't you ever get lonely? Nah. Don't you ever long for human companionship and human touch and someone to satisfy you, someone to sleep with, someone to have fun with? I mean, these are questions I'm getting from my female friends. They're trying to entice me, No, they're not hitting on me, but they're trying to get me going to see, hey, don't you really need someone in your life? Someone's got to help you with your needs. And, everyone out there who watches my content, you're slowly going to start seeing. I'm going to start peeling back the layers of how twisted I am. I go, sure. I don't have any problem with that. I don't have any problem with my needs. I don't have any problem with companionship. Every morning, I wake up and I look at my hand. I go, I love you. I love you so much. You're my best friend in all the world. If you don't know what I'm talking about by that, watch it again. My hand, it opens the door for me. It makes my food for me. It cooks for me. It cleans for me. It washes my face. It starts my car. It does everything for me. My hand is the best friend any man could possibly want. And I love it so much. If you don't get what I just said, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to explain it. Women have toys. Oh, they won't talk about it. They won't talk about it. I got a package on my door. Excuse me. Women have toys. They're big on their toys. I don't need those things. Mine came built with birth. Mine came built with birth. But I got a package. I got an Amazon package on my doorstep about a year ago. This is no lie. This is a true story. And I love telling this story. I've shared this story with people on my street. Guys I know on my street. About a year ago, and it was pouring down rain. And I was at work all day. I came home and the package was sitting outside. Now my front door faces west, and all the weather comes west. And it was a downpour, and the package was soaking wet. I took it out. The address, I didn't even look at where it was sent, who it was supposed to be sent to. I assumed it was me, But sometimes we get Enrique or Pablo driving the Amazon trucks, and they know speaking no English, so they can't see. Oh God, that was horrible. That came out horrible. Fuck it. They can't speak no English or read it, so they just throw packages, right? So I open up the package, and there's a box. There's a box there. It's a vibrator. This vibrator was 12 inches long and black. And then, like on the bottom part of it, it had a little red thing you unscrew and pull it out and jam a bunch of fucking double D batteries in it. I said, I mean, I didn't open the box, but they had cellophane over the front of the box so you could see what you were buying. This thing was huge. It weighed about 1.5 pounds. I'm thinking, holy shit, someone on my street's a naughty girl. So I flip over the package and I said, oh, you gotta be kidding me. This chick's gotta be in her 20s. She can't find a guy to satisfy her. I mean, she can't find a guy. And I know her. I know exactly who it is. I walk by her all the time. We had these driveway drinking parties in my neighborhood in the summertime. And she's always there. She's a delight to hang around with. She's a good girl, man. I'm not gonna say her name. She's a good girl. Real kind of quiet, kind of keeps to herself. Real pretty, but doesn't have a boyfriend. Never brings a boyfriend around, doesn't talk about her boyfriend. But she had this big black vibrator. It had a girth on it like the width of my wrist. And I didn't have the nerve. I didn't have the nerve to knock on her door and say, "Oh, this package came," and they put it on my doorstep. I just discreetly put it on her doorstep real early in the morning one morning. He was open on one end, of course, because she knew someone had gotten the package mixed up, and now I'm sure she was mortified, thinking, oh my God, who opened that up on this street? Somebody out there knows I like vibrators. My reputation's now tarnished forever. Every time I see her going by me now, I just give her a little wave and a big smile, and I wink. She's got to know it's me, but I don't care. I would never tell her it was, but anyway, I didn't go graphic here today. I could have gone graphic. I could have peeled back more layers, but I didn't. I just let it go. Mr. Hand. Or let's call her Mrs. Hand. Takes care of business in my place. Every day, all day, whenever I want it. That's my dating site. Everyone, thanks for coming by today and checking out my content. A little bit on the teetering side of fun, but if you like my content, make sure you put a like next to it. You don't have to subscribe if you don't want to. You know where to find me. You can't miss me. But I hope you all have a great week. And I'll catch up to you later. Peace out.